Hello, good afternoon. This is JoyNews Room with me, Pius Kojobaka. Coming up in our headlines, fire guard shops at Makola. Deputy Finance Minister confident of a resurgent economy post-IMF. And it's Mother's Day. We have a special feature for you as we celebrate our mothers. I am Pius Kojobaka. Let's now settle for the details. Parts of Makola Market were razed by fire on Saturday. Videos posted online by the Ghana National Fire Service shows the fire affected the area closer to the Ghana National Bank, Commercial Bank. Let's get an update from Carlos Kaloni, who is live on the grounds. Carlos, grateful you could join us live. What is the very latest you can report on this fire incident?
Yesterday, and if you see in your shot there, you can see it happened in Fabric House, which is on the first floor of Fabric House, and this is a shop that deals in hair product, wigs, and all of that. Now, we've not been allowed to go in, but what we have seen so far shows that about half of whatever they have in there is gone. And we also saw the fire incident coming from the ceiling, because part of the ceiling was actually raised down by fire. Many of the residents and shop owners that we've been trying to speak with here have not been able to tell us anything meaningful. According to them, the fire incident happened at around that 8:30 to 9. So many of them had actually closed and went home, and so they were unable to witness and tell us what actually happened. But what we're also learning is that the fire service was here and they tried to actually put the fire off, and that actually prevented the fire from extending to other shops. But as we can say, we can confirm that this particular incident affected one particular shop, which is a wig shop here near the Rollins Park inside Makola.
From Makola for us, it is important we have to hear from the Ghana National Fire Service, and ACFO Timothy Osafo, Director of Public Affairs, joins me live on phone to update us with the very latest on that. Grateful, ACFO Timothy Osafo. Now, tell me, what have you gathered so far? What are your preliminary investigations telling you?
So far, as I speak to you, we are still on investigations. We've not been able to have any clue as to what started the fire yet. And so tomorrow early morning, we'll roll out full-scale investigations to determine exactly what caused that particular fire.
So give us a pictorial evidence of what really might have caused the fire, or basically tell us what how the magnitude of the fire really.
So this is a shop that is just opposite the main Makola Mall, and it is adjacent, directly adjacent to the commercial bank on the Makola Arena. This fire occurred on the first floor of that particular building. On that first floor, we have two shops. One of them is what was affected. They were dealing in cosmetics, but the major products there were artificial hair, that they were selling in there. What I can tell you is that the fire started from the back of the shop, and getting access to the store was a bit of a challenge for us, and so we had to bring in our rescue team, who then broke the padlock before we were able to enter to do actual firefighting. As I speak to you, we were able to bring the fire under control within 2 hours, but put off within 3 hours. We managed to prevent the fire from spreading from that particular shop to adjoining shops as well as adjoining structures. And so the fire was confined to that shop. As I speak to you, we were also able to save part of the properties in that particular shop. And so for now, that is the information I have for you.
It's interesting that quite often we've been hearing fire incidents at that particular center, Makola Market. What is the problem? How do we ensure that we will not hear any incident of this nature again?
It will interest you to know that most of these structures in that particular area are over 20 years. Now, once these structures are over 20 years, there is a likelihood that any surge in power can result in a fire. I'm not saying that it is electricity that caused that particular fire. But because most of these structures are 20, 25 years, 30 years, they need to change all the wiring systems in those structures. Because you realize that in those days when the structures were put up, for instance, air conditioning was not supposed to be part of the structure. But now, because of development, air conditionings have been put in there. And so once the structures are 25 to 30 years old, all the electrical wiring must be changed. And when they are living, all other electrical equipment that are not supposed to be on must be turned off and then unplugged, so that if there is any power surge, this thing cannot result in fires. Then also, we have the earthing system. Most of the houses we have in Accra have problems with earthing systems. So once in a while, they need to get electrical contractors to come and check the earthing system for them. Once the earthing system is broken, whatever excess current comes in stays within the building, and it's a potential cause of fire. So these are the two areas that we should be looking at.
I don't know whose supervision is it to ensure that we have, the faulty electrical cables, ensure that we have the standards. But in your purview, do you think there is a mandatory body to ensure that this is rectified?
Yes, I'm also not too sure whether it is, because this is also not a factory. If it is a factory, I would say factory and inspectory. But this is not a factory, this is a private property. And so with the private properties, I don't know who is responsible for their structures. But it is also incumbent on us as property owners to ensure that our properties are in safe condition, so that incidents of this nature will not occur.
I'm interested in how soon you will be done with the investigations.
For investigations, you cannot pinpoint a time frame. It depends on what they chance upon. Some investigations are even done right there as fires are being fought. And so by the end of the firefighting, you've been able to come out with whatever caused the fire. Others who may take a very long time. Some of them will have to take some of the burnt items to the lab to go and test before we can come out with the cause of the fire. So it depends on the circumstance.
All right. We are grateful. ACOF or Timothy Osafo Afum He is the public relations officer of the Ghana National Fire Service, helping us appreciate what happened yesterday at Makola market, where we understand fire has raised some buildings around the Ghana Commercial Bank in that part of the market. We shall certainly keep an eye on that and keep you posted in our subsequent bulletins. But let's move on to some other stories. And Deputy Finance Minister Dr. John Kuma is confident of a resurgent economy following a debt assurance from members of the G20 Commonwealth Framework. Now, according to him, the IMF board will consider Ghana's program this week. He believes an approval from the IMF will mark the recovery of the economy.
Once the president has indicated May 17, I believe that is the next IMF board meeting date. We expect the IMF board to meet that date, so we all keep our fingers crossed. Definitely, this will restore confidence in the economy. I mean, many people have had their doubts. If you remember when Ghana got the SLA in December, the exchange rate depreciation ceased immediately, and we saw the CD recovering. I strongly believe that this major step of the credit committee being formed by the Paris Club and the statement on the financing assurance to the IMF will immediately restore confidence in the economy of Ghana, and then also help the economy to recover as soon as possible. I strongly believe that in a very short time, we will begin to see positive development on the part of the economy. Of course, we must remember this is not the first time that we are going to the IMF. This is about our 17th time, and we cannot continue to have this situation perpetually. And so I strongly believe, of course, this particular instance, we know the exogenous factors like COVID-19 and the Russia-Ukraine war that mitigated or fought against the economy of Ghana and other economies as well. But in all that, we should be able to build enough buffers in the economy to be strong and stay prudent on our fiscals so that we don't return to this situation again. And then we must have a more sustainable domestic programs that will strengthen the economy to be on its own.
In a related development, President Akufo-Addo is counting on a meeting of board of the International Monetary Fund to finalize the approval of Ghana's $3 billion request. Now, this is after China and Paris Club agreed to provide the debt assurances required to have Ghana's request for a balance of payment support from the IMF.
At long last, so our various issues with the IMF, we've today been informed that the last hurdle towards our agreement with the fund has been overcome, which is that the Paris Club met today in Paris in a meeting forming the creditor committee co-chaired by China, and it has okayed and approved the Ghana request of the IMF, and in fact put very strong words behind the approval. So it's fortuitous that that you should be here on such a day. I got the news barely, not even 2 hours, about an hour and a half ago, that this good news, and it means that hopefully next Wednesday the board itself will meet and give final approval to the Ghanaian demand. So the sacrifices that the countries had to make this last year, the difficulties that we're going, it may be that at long last we're going to see the beginning of the recovery. Because with the approval of the IMF, we're then in a strong position then to make other arrangements that will help our economy get back into a strong place.
And we are indeed your election headquarters. Let's shift our attention to the National Democratic Congress primaries. And former President John Dramani Mahama has once again been elected to lead the party in the 2024 presidential election. Certified results by the Electoral Commission show Mr. Mahama pulled 297,603 votes, representing 98.9% of the total valid votes cast at the end of the NDC primaries on Saturday. His closest contender, the former Kumasi Mayor, Kojo Bonso, pulled 3,181, representing 1.1%. This is the fourth time John Mahama will be leading the NDC into an election. And meanwhile, the NDC flag bearer Hofo Kojo Bonso has conceded defeat to his contender, former President John Dramani Mahama. In a Facebook post, the former mayor of Kumasi said he had called John Mahama to congratulate him on his landslide victory in the presidential primaries. Straight to the Volta region now, and Regional Human Resource Manager of the Ghana Education Service, Edem Kofi Kpotoso, won the candidacy for Ho Central. He beat off competition from 6 others, giving the closest contender, Dr. Robert Doe, a 42 votes gap in Saturday's primary.
Before I say anything, I want to say a big thank you to the Almighty God, who saw me through and has given me this victory. And I dedicate this seat that I have taken back to God. It means that the people of Gold Central want somebody they can relate to, somebody who is with them, and somebody they know has the experience and can bring about a change in the constituency. We don't know who may be coming on the ticket of the MPP, but next year, 2024, what are you going to expect, or what are you expecting from you when it comes to that election? Thank you. What I want to say over here is that I want to promise the whole Central constituency and the entire country that the vote for NDC is going to go up, and NDC MPP vote will decline. I don't know if it's but even the little children that you see in the corners are crying and I don't know if it's should be voted for, and the masses are met them and they are voted for me. Definitely, it is going to reflect in the national election. It is not about the person who has the money. It is about the person who can do the work, and that is what the country needs now. People who can do the work, that's what we need now. And the people of West Central, they are spoken, and they need somebody who can do the work. And all that I want to say is that all the other aspirants, I'm going to work hand in hand with them. Thank you.
Away from the Volta region, let's go to the Ashanti region, where a businesswoman believed to be in her 30s has unseated incumbent Member of Parliament Dr. Alex Adumaku-Mensah and also beat his nephew Dr. Kwabena Dufour Jr. in the Setria Fram Plains constituency. After a recount of votes, Hajia Nasira won with an 8-point margin ahead of her closest contender, Dufour Jr., who garnered 203 points. Emmanuel Bright.
Wake up, people. You're optimizing every waking hour of your life, from carpooling kids to work to friends and everything in between. You have to get sleep and a bed that can perform as well as you do. Meet the next generation Sleep Number Smart Bed. It effortlessly adjusts to your shape, position, and movements, learning how you sleep so you learn to sleep better night after night. Sleep next level, only from Sleep Number. Save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed, plus free home delivery when you add an adjustable base. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Dr. Rick here. Another sign you're becoming your parents is getting particular about details that don't matter.
The craziest thing happened when we got tacos the other day. Was it Wednesday or Thursday we got tacos? I know it wasn't Tuesday because that's when I went to my hairdresser. Shoot, what day was it?
See how we all lost interest there?
Progressive can't help you from becoming your parents, but we can help you compare rates on home insurance with Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
You can't always see bad weather coming, so it's essential that you're able to see through it when you drive. Michelin wiper blades with advanced technology hug your windshield like a Michelin tire hugs the road, channeling away water, snow, and ice so you can see clearly, drive confidently, and breathe easy. Michelin wiper performance, clearer than ever. Upgrade to Michelin premium wipers today at Walmart, Amazon, and other fine retailers.
To every woman with a will and a workbench, every mom with a miter saw she's not afraid to use, every daughter with a drill and the drive, to the women who get their nail guns together, the ones who are welding the gap, the same ones who DIY like no one's watching. At the Home Depot, we see the potential in you because you see the potential in everything. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
With your choice of select sandwich, nugs, fries, and a drink, Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag is your go-to. Your nugget wingman. Your hot and crispy fry co-pilot.
Just like us. We're like the bag boys.
What?
Bag boys, bag boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
For a deal you can count on, bet on Biggie and choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Bag boys, bag boys.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Includes choice of double-stacked JBC or crispy chicken sandwich with 4-piece nugs, junior fry, and small soft drink. Third-party delivery pricing may be higher.
Scott for Scott's here. Do you hear that? Bring the mic in close. That's not how the grass should sound. There's weeds everywhere in this lawn. It's time to take action with Scott's Turf Builder Triple Action. It gets 3 jobs done at once. Kills weeds, prevents crabgrass, and feeds your lawn so it keeps growing strong. Ah, much better.
Get a bag of Scott's Triple Action today. It's guaranteed, or your money back.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
Reports.
Here at the house of the newly elected parliamentary candidates for the NDC, that is Nasira Afra. So as you can see, there are lots of excitement in there. There are lots of people who are filled in the house. We'll try and engage with a few of them and find out from them who this person is, and then what makes her different, that she has been able to unseat a nephew and then an uncle. That is Dr. Kwabena Dufo, and then the incumbent member of parliament, that is Alex Adomako Mensah.
Very good. We mean it already, that we are going to do change. So this one is not surprise. The people need it and they are doing it. So they are very happy. And I'm sure from the Central Family from here to over there, they are very, very happy today, and all of them will be dancing today to the daybreak.
Okay, so what makes her different? We know Dr. Kwabena Dufo and the race across the country, they were expecting it to be between us.
We use reality for politics. Her gear policies was very, very good enough. Anybody who hear her politics will feel very better for the Central Frampet. And we know she's having the good dream for Central Frampet.
At the party, we good now. A man so the man about a man a dreamy pound. Obadiah Sinanuko Yama, by a man do Munya. No man forget here. Interference with such a fun place here. I agree.
We've entered inside the house of Nasira, who just won, and you can see a lot of excitement over there. People are jubilating that Nasira Afra has actually won the seat on the ticket of the NDC.
Campaign obey patrol. Aja go home and say baby bia uko cry sina bia say aja ba bo bia wa sese bia wa
sese den na wo
say like 5 say you know wa sese na ka ho kada ho e ma NDC for ba na dia wa tuane nyina wa tu bia uko akuma wa tu bo wa e bia aja nyame hira no.
Then I can person called Yama and Mao Mukrum.
Ma, Ebia, any Jumaye, or so a boy. If you had a man say, a man or Yaoba, Yaoba, also a boy, and any Jumani at Midashayamba, and then I say, so that boy.
We've been engaging with the winner, that is Haja Nasira Afra. She has been telling us her vision and also what she makes of this particular win for the constituency.
The will of Allah. Yes, it's the will of Allah. And this is a win for all of us. It's a win for Central Families. And I want to take this opportunity to congratulate my other opponents.
and also the people of Sechafan Place. Let's all come together and make Sechafan Place a better place.
You have not just made a mere history. I mean, since the creation of this particular constituency, no woman, I mean, even from your party, has ever had this feat. And you have done it. How does that make you feel?
I'm so overwhelmed. I don't even know what to say.
Dr. Adomako has been unseated by the only female amongst the aspirants, that is Haja Nasira Afra. She has unseated the incumbent member of parliament. So Haja Nasira, if she wins in the general elections that is coming off in 2024, if she wins it, the NDC will continue to hold power here at the Seche Afram Plains. My name is Emmanuel Bright Kweku, reporting for Joy News.
Still on the NDC primaries, incumbent member of Parliament for Wa Central, Dr. Rashid Pelpo, has conceded the 2024 general election will not be a child's play. He spoke after polling 637 of the 1,807 votes to retain his seats. Here is Rafiq Salam's report.
It is an election machine, retrofitted every 4 years to easily win the Wa Central parliamentary primaries, though always struggles before he wins the general elections. Dr. Rashid Pelpo, for a safe time, had his name on the ballot paper.
I think that 19 years is a starting point for many people, and for myself, it is the ultimate. I mean, I've gotten to the climax of what I want to do to my people or for my people. I've gotten to the climax, and I know I will yield better fruits than ever before.
A total of 1,807 delegates decided the fate of the 4 aspirants under close uniform and plainclothes police protection. Among the males of delegates at the Botanical Institute Auditorium are stalwarts and senior members of the party at the national level, including national chairman of the Council of Elders and former defense minister in the Rawlings administration, Alhaji Idrisu Mahama. All 4 aspirants, with the exception of Lawyer Wahidu Bompori Idrisu, who was not yet ready to speak to us, were satisfied with the voting process and predicted victory for themselves.
I've been through a lot of elections, and you can sense victory when it's coming. I can feel it. I feel the excitement in the room. I see people looking at me and being with smiles, which means they are ready to give the mandate to us.
Well, I think the process is smooth, and I am confident that at the end of the day, I will be proclaimed the victor.
After 8 hours of voting with few disagreements, the ballots were sorted out and results declared for the presidential and parliamentary primaries by the one municipal electoral officer of the Electoral Commission, Ben Anagulu.
Candidate John Dramani Mahama polled 1,712 votes. Candidate Kojo Bonsu polled 49 votes. Kobna Dufo, 0. The first candidate is candidate Rudu Buktari. He polled 708 votes, representing 39.6 votes percent. Candidate number 2, candidate Abdul Rashid H. Pelpo, polled 871 votes, representing 48.7%. Candidate number 3, candidate Wahib Bampore Idrisu, polled 104 votes, representing 5.8%. Candidate number 4, Abubakari Mutio Rahman, polled 91 votes, representing 5.1%.
Dr. Rashid Pelpo was magnanimous in victory.
It is victory not just for me, but to all of us. It is victory for NDC. We are now having the flag in front of me, with all of them working with me, I believe very strongly that 2024 is not going to be a child's play. We will work together to win it as well. The candidates who contested me, I want to extend my gracious admiration for them. I want to say that it is not a loss for them.
There was no space for a consensus speech, but for lawyer Abubakar Mutiu Rahman, this is the first time and he's not perturbed about results. He assured the supporters that he will be back next time round.
That is the very essence of electoral politics, that you either win or you lose. But I keep saying that I will return again. The fight isn't over. At least this is the first time I have come into this contest. But if we go around town, the consensus is that Lawyer Mutiu is or would have been the suitable candidate for the parliamentary elections 2024 for the NDC. So if I have succeeded in building this consensus around town, it means that I have won at least the battle. Maybe the war is that which I couldn't win.
An election that was due to be make or break for the NDC was central, replete with high tension, that ended on a dial fad. Reporting for JoyNews, Rafik Salam. Wow.
And delegates who voted during the NDC primaries to elect presidential and parliamentary candidates have retained most MPs to contest for members of parliament in the 2024 general elections in the Oti region. Now, 2 out of 8 MPs, however, have lost their bid to represent the party. Former President John Dramani Mahama has also received massive endorsement with over 90% of votes cast across the region. Correspondent Peter Seno has a wrap of events in the following reports.
Of the NDC in the Oti region has seen 2 of 8 members of parliament kicked out by delegates. In the Kratchi West constituency, Helen Intoso has been retained by delegates. Kratchi Inchumu's Solomon Kuyon was also retained. In the Nkwantan North and South constituencies, Oti Blaze and Geoffrey Kinney were also retained. However, there were 2 casualties in the region. Kratchi East constituencies Wisdom Gedisu and Biakuye's Abuaji Nyampon have been rejected by delegates. Biakuye constituency now has a female candidate, Jean-Marie Fomadi, and Nelson Kofi Jabab for Kratchi East. Fred Kwesi Agbanyu also won for the yet-to-be-created constituency for Guan. And one more candidate who won on the brinks is Kofi Adams for Boem constituency. He pulled 444 votes to win, a winning margin of just 11 votes. In the Akan constituency, where delegates have decided for years now to terminate MPs after one term in office, Engineer Yao Gomado broke the jinx, this time to contest for a second term. He pulled 448 votes to beat 2 other contenders, Nana Dabo and Ahmed Muniru. The former MP, Aziz Muniru, who was kicked out by delegates after one term, said the practice has not helped the constituency. He asked for support for whoever emerged the winner.
Parliamentary attrition is very high in Ghana. It is not so much of a problem depending on the candidate being presented. If you have an MP who is a continuing MP. It helps because of the parliamentary memory that candidate might reserve. What I'll suggest is we should always come up with the best candidate, and when the candidate performs, we should retain him. If we think he does not perform, we should kick him out. Just like they thought I was not performing very well, I was kicked out. If he is elected, we will still give him the support. But if he doesn't get it, I know he will also support whomever will come out victorious.
Before the end of polls, the calm engineer cast his votes without the usual support from delegates. But he indicated he was going to win the day.
But you are confident that by close of polls, engineer Yagomado is winning the contest?
Oh, yes. Can't you see what is going on? During our campaign, it tells that I'm going to win. That's what I told you earlier on, that I know that I'm going to win this race.
It did happen, and now calling on all to come on board to support the party for victory in the 2024 general elections.
Let me take the opportunity.
With your choice of select sandwich, nugs, fries, and a drink, Wendy's $5 biggie bag is your go-to. Your nugget wingman. Your hot and crispy fry co-pilot.
Just like us. We're like the bag boys.
What?
Bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
For a deal you can count on, bet on Biggie and choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Bag boys.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Includes choice of double-stacked JBC or crispy chicken sandwich with 4-piece nugs, junior fry, and small soft drink. Third-party delivery pricing may be higher.
Dr. Rick here. Another sign you're becoming your parents is getting particular about details that don't matter.
The craziest thing happened when we got tacos the other day. Was it Wednesday or Thursday we got tacos? I know it wasn't Tuesday because that's when I went to my hairdresser. Shoot, what day was it?
See how we all lost interest there?
Progressive can't help you from becoming your parents, but we can help you compare rates on home insurance with Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Scott for Scots here. A good track can feed the soul. And while this might be music from the heavens, it's not gonna feed your lawn. If your yard needs some life, then you need Scott's Turf Builder. You just put it down once now, then again this summer to thicken your lawn and get it growing strong. Ooh, that's some lush lawn vibes right there.
Get a bag of Scott's Turf Builder today. It's guaranteed or your money back.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
I switched to Boost Mobile and got a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone. Want to know the best part?
It was free?
Nope.
The fact that it's on America's largest 5G networks?
Nope. It's the ding.
Oh yeah, love the ding.
Right? It's all about the ding. It's the dingarooski, the dingarone, the ring-a-ding-ding.
Unleash your power to save with Boost. Get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone when you switch. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power.
And the ding.
Limited time offer. New customers only. Available on select networks. 5G not available everywhere. One device per line. Tax excluded. Additional restrictions apply. See your local Boost Mobile store for details.
Hello again, welcome to JoyNews Room. To some other stories, and of course, which is a big day for women. Well, women who aspire to achieve more in their careers or other fields of endeavors, but find it difficult to do so due to some challenges, have been urged to begin taking steps towards making those dreams possible. Well, this is an advice by a mother who juggled many tasks aside from her corporate jobs comes as the world celebrates Mother's Day today. Shelley Tony Kum, the current valedictorian from the University of Ghana Business School, talks to my colleague Hannah Odame about being a mother and still thriving through.
Yes, it's possible. I've been able to do it, and you can also do it. It's not going to be easy. You need to at times sacrifice your comfort. There were times, I pick everything about me as a project. I feel like there is life after it. So this masters, there are times we console ourselves and say that this too shall pass, and lo and behold, it has really passed. And I have my freedom and all that. So you approach every initiative with so much determination, giving your best, giving your full shots. One thing about me, I don't like doing something and going back again. I'm like, I could have done it this way. So I try to give in, like I said to someone, the valedictorian, I wasn't expecting it. I was getting the A's actually, but behind the A's, the raw marks, I never saw it. And to that level, it can only be God.
Somebody is not about school. Somebody is about
maybe going into fashion, about makeup, about beads making, but they've not been able to go because they have a desire, but the drive is not there. So what should they be thinking about? Just a way of getting them to achieve that thing they want to get. Especially for the woman, because she looks at the chores she has to do in the house, the children. She said, no, I can't.
No. Because the chores are not going to end. As far as you live, you're going to eat. Your children will eat. So now look at alternative. How do you balance it? Some may say, I don't like keeping or storing food in the fridges, but at times you have to do that. But I think that you need to tell yourself there's a reason or there's a purpose. Be inspired by that purpose. Why you picked that form or why you wanted to do this. And I think that you'll be able to sail through. As for the challenges, they are bound. But you need to sacrifice and also be determined. There's life after death.
In a related development, your superstation Joy FM will today visit 10 mothers who are caring for their children with special needs. Adam Knight is head of programs at Joy FM.
We're focusing on these mothers because they need whatever it is that you have most. That's the whole idea. If Mother's Day, you brought me a hamper, or you brought me a fabric or something, I will appreciate it. The truth is, do I really need it? No. By the grace of God, I am able to buy fabrics for myself. But some of these people are saddled with pain. They are saddled with a lot of work that they can't even go out and work and get some of these things for themselves. And so if that will be impactful, then why not? Why not give it to somebody who would feel like, oh, just for today my life is better.
So what are you giving them tomorrow?
So today what we are doing is we partnered with a lot of people for our Mother's Day promotions, and they have given us goodies to go and give to these mothers. So what's unique about what we are doing is we're not asking them this time round to come and get the packages. We are going to their homes to give it to them. Some homes will have 2 of the presenters, some 1, but that's what we are doing. Go give the things to them. There are hot meals in there, there are fabrics, there are bags of rice and all that. We're going to deliver it to them. Make time, spend time with them, encourage them, pray with them, take photos with them, share jokes with them, make sure they are laughing, and let them feel like they are mothers. Motherhood is not all about pain. It could come with some joy, and that's what we want to spread around.
Still on Mother's Day, the Henry Jabba Memorial Foundation is asking mothers not to follow the opinion of others in their pursuit of excellence. Executive Director Otiku Afisa Jabba says women today need to make new rules in their best interest and their children. Well, the former gender minister joins us on phone for more on this. Pleasure you could join us on Newsroom, Madam Otiku Afisa Jabba, and happy Mother's Day to you as well. You are making this call to women. Really, what is the relevance of that?
Thank you very much. I would like to say I echo to all mothers in Ghana. They have toiled and sacrificed for children, and they need to be applauded for their efforts. But we live in a changing world which is very, very dynamic. And so you cannot use the old way of doing things to bring up our children in these days of TikTok, influencers, television, peer pressure, and what have you. Especially with mothers, either they are working in the small scale industries or in the professional areas. Previously, women did not necessarily work, but now every woman works. So we need new rules of engagement to ensure that we build their capacity to be able to handle the child of today. That is why we are making that call. The other thing is, if you don't build the capacity of mothers in the area of education especially, you see that about 74% of the men are literate. So all these women who are not literate, bringing up their children in these modern days is going to be a handicap for them. So it's important that the non-formal adult education, literacy classes should be applied, and women should take advantage of it. Women who have dropped out of school because of childbearing or what have they, when they put their children in creche, they should go back to school or go back to work. And the system should support them. There should be creches as well at the workplace. Women must understand how to use ICT so that they will be able to know what their children are watching and doing on their phone, their smartphones, or on television. Whether you are there or not, you should be able to put some locks on certain things like pornography so the children don't go there. So these are the new things that are affecting motherhood. And we as a nation must be very serious about how we support women to be ready to take up this role. Imagine the mother who brought up Nelson Mandela. Imagine the mother who brought you up. All these women bringing up world leaders and the footballers and what have you. Who prepared us for that?
Well, I want you to tell me what your foundation is doing for young women, especially, not even on Mother's Day, but beyond Mother's Day. What are some of the things you've been doing for mothers?
Yes, I would like to use this opportunity to say a big hello to women with disability, to the Kayaye, the women preparing to go for assembly elections. We have been working with these groups of women in terms of building their capacity in skills training, learning how to do fashion design or hairdressing, soap making, and the like, building their capacity in communication and leadership skills. We have a Girls Leadership Initiative to support girls to understand their role as leaders and how to communicate at all levels. We've organized Kayaye dialogue to help the Kayaye to rebrand themselves. This training for women who want to go to for assembly elections so that they build their capacity to be able to campaign properly. That is our widow's might. What are other people also doing? And what are the women themselves doing? Leading.
Okay, so tell me.
For themselves.
Okay.
It's not here. Come.
All right, so...
yes, go on. I'm at the Mother's Day program.
Okay. All right, so that is the former Gender Minister, Madam Otikwa Fisa-Jaba, speaking to us on this great day as we celebrate mothers worldwide. We are indeed thankful to all mothers. All right, let's move on to some other stories now. And in a bid to discourage the use of disposable menstrual products, Khadija Cares Foundation, a non-governmental organization, has donated some reusable menstrual products to some 25 women at the Health and Hope Initiative Foundation in Agona, Donkwa, in the Central Region. Founder Khadija Duka Adam tells Joy News the move is to end period poverty in Ghana. Here is more.
The United Nations estimate that 1 in 10 girls in sub-Saharan Africa misses school during their period, which can add up to as much as 20% a school year. This, it says, widens the equality gap. To this end, a non-governmental organization, the Khadija Cares Foundation, is seeking to end period poverty in Ghana. As a result, founder of Khadija Cares Foundation, Khadija Duka Adam, has donated some reusable menstrual products to some 25 women at the Health and Hope Initiative Foundation in Aguna Diakwa in the Central Region to help improve their menstrual hygiene as well as their mental health well-being. Speaking to Joy News after the donation, Khadija Duka Adam said the gesture is to educate the women on the usage of a sustainable menstrual product than the disposable ones.
Most of these products contain plastics and other chemicals which can take 500 to even 800 years to degrade. All of these contributes to the planet. They are affecting the planet. So it's important to us to introduce these sustainable items. The menstrual cups you saw us give to the ladies are made up of 100% medical grade silicone, and these last for 10 years. So in our lifetime, instead of using thousands of these sanitary items, you are using maybe 4 to 5 cups in your entire lifetime. So we want to promote this because we feel it to be beneficial to the planet.
Some of the beneficiaries who spoke to Joy News say this will go a long way to improve their menstrual hygiene.
sometimes of the ladies, when we are in our time for menstruation, we don't get the pad, and our parents who are not having money to buy for us. So we just use whatever we get today. That's one to that we use. It can cause sickness for us, but for now they've brought us some, and we thank them.
We think it will help our life.
Meanwhile, Khadija Cares Foundation says it hopes to touch the lives of 1,000 young women by the end of the year.
And also some other business stories we have for you. The Director General of the Ghana Atomic Energy Commission, Samuel Boakye Dampare, has indicated that upgrading the country's Gama irrigation facility is critical to addressing issues regarding food losses. He says this would ensure that products and commodities have a longer shelf life. He spoke to Joy Business when the Hungarian ambassador to Ghana paid a courtesy call on him.
The Ghana Atomic Energy Commission's Gamma irradiation facility is used to eliminate bacteria responsible for food poisoning. The facility, which was last upgraded in 2010, is in a defunct state. In an interview, Director General of the Ghana Atomic Energy Commission, Samuel Boakye Dampare, said upgrading the facility is necessary to reduce food losses.
What we are trying to do is to look for the opportunity to upgrade it so that it can serve its purpose. It is very accessible. You only have to come to Ghana Atomic Energy Commission to see the director of the Binary Institute, and you can strike a deal, agree on terms of usage and all that, and you can then use it, especially for exporters and all that. Those who have been exporting maybe spices, those who are exporting yam and all that. This facility can extend the shelf life of your agricultural produce, so it means that it can be there for a very long time without getting spoiled for years. And that's what we are encouraging them to do, that if they can collaborate with us in that aspect, then in that case we can reduce these post-harvest losses. We have all been talking about food security and all that, and we are very much concerned about these post-harvest losses.
Hungarian ambassador to Ghana, Tamas Andriy Feher, reiterated their commitment to supporting Ghana in its quest to upgrade the facility.
The Ghana Atomic Energy Commission has a long-established cooperation with one of the Hungarian agencies, the Isotope Agency, and they built the GIF facility for the Commission, and they refurbished this facility in 2010, and I think that the cooperation has been ongoing ever since, and now it's again 13, 14 years, so they need refurbishing and even extension again. So I hope that this will happen, and if there's anything that the embassy can do, we'll certainly do that.
The Commission also called on governments and other stakeholders to support the Commission to ensure efficient application of the country's nuclear energy.
Now, President of the Ghana Employers Association, Dan Ichampon, is asking for an advancement of gender parity in corporate institutions. It says convening women leaders from diverse backgrounds to deliberate and act on the real opportunities available is key to national development.
The overall aim of this conference is to advance gender parity in the corporate space of Ghana by convening leaders from diverse backgrounds to deliberate and act on the real opportunities available for women and underlining challenges that ought to be surmounted. The conference is also intended to enhance the understanding of the relevance and benefits of gender equity in promoting enterprise growth and to showcase the general contribution of women in the economic and social development of our dear country. I am indeed very happy to share that the 2023 Annual Leadership Conference brings together leading industry players to advance discussions that will foster solidarity and shared responsibility for sustainable solutions on gender equality in the corporate world.
Thanks so much for your company. I am Pius Kujubaka. For more news, you can get them on myjoyonline.com. Up next is The Law with Samson Ladi and Just don't want to miss out.